side. Okay. Alright. We've got 2 matches to go over tonight. Let's get right into that. So first one, this will be spoilers by the way of the scores. I'm not gonna do like scoreboards and stuff. This is just gonna be me going over my thoughts from the matches. Martini, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Hoip, indeed. Martini, you actually helped me win a few games tonight. Win a few games, at least one game. So we'll see, I'll point that out when we get there. I've been going back and forth on whether I want to do Scout or Calamay first. Welcome Calamay. If you do want to hop in a Discord call Calamay, you're more than welcome to, but absolutely no pressure for you to do that. So, Scout, it's been a few weeks since that match took place, so my thoughts on that won't be very fresh, which is unfortunate. Calamay and Nikala claiming first and second, but Martini was here before I even hit go live. Cool, yeah, I can hop in. There, let me make sure I've got it configured to pick up Discord. And in that case, I'm going to straight up turn music off, so we don't have too many sounds going on. Calamay.
Hey.
Good evening. Okay. Alright, let me take care of the widget.
I've got to say, there's no player I've studied more than you, just because you stream so much.
Yeah, that's... I want to say a downside of streaming so much, but it's kind of an upside. It's more challenging.
I mean, it's pretty good. I just know that you're a good spy and a good sniper, so there's not much I can do about it.
That does tend to be a good assumption going in if you're not going to do any studying at all. I definitely no slouch. I made sure to study for you. Didn't want to under-prepare. I definitely think I did still. But I didn't have that many games to find. I think there were like 2 matches from Mix and Match that I could find in competition results. So that's all I had to go off of. But my research did help me at one point in the match, so that's exciting.
You discovered I'm garbage with the briefcase?
Yeah, that's the part that paid off. We'll get to that later on. We'll start out with Redwoods. This was my pick. I picked Spy's Paradise because you picked It's Not Unusual. Those were the 2 I was kind of leaning towards going into the match. I wasn't sure what you'd pick. But yeah, I picked Redwoods first. I banned the 3 of 6 Redwoods because that's probably the least comfortable one for me. It's just that one's very weird. Even more than Courier 3 of 5, I think. Alright, well, let's just get it started. If you've got the replays pulled up, I'll give us a countdown. Calamay?
Oh, yeah, I don't even have the replays
Okay,
pulled up. I
that's
suppose I
fine.
could, but
If
it's
you
either.
want to just
It's
watch on
fine.
stream, that's totally fine as well.
Yeah, we've got stream.
Alright, perfect. Alright, we'll get this one started then. No countdown necessary. Starting as Kane. Just went to Windows here. I know that you have watched me before, so I didn't sip there just in case you were gonna like try and pull a reverse sip highlight on me. I thought about going to flirt here as well with Alice, but I've seen you do a couple of early flirt highlights, so I definitely wanted to avoid that if possible. Green time ad I was slightly worried about because nothing else was really happening. I saw some laser movement here that made me think maybe you noticed it, but it looks like you're just low letting cast, which you'd normally take your time to do. So I guess I could have picked up on that.
Yeah, started highlighting bar visitors. Sorry, you get some statues over here.
Yeah, I got a 35% first flirt across combo. That's not bad. That's still in range for white flirts. I was thinking about going for this briefcase, and then Alice takes it, and then I race her for it. And I did what I thought was a really good briefcase cancel. That
Yeah, I
had
was like, oh, that's so good. Only Legorve can pull that off.
no. Oh. Chase the second flirt, 86%, not bad. Um, and I was maybe hoping that with her rejecting, that could get her suspicion for a highlight for good etiquette. No, how dare you?
Basically, that's the only reason I got the shot.
I thought you noticed the delegate. I was hoping I could get Alice in combo, and you'd think that she, like, delegate rejected, as well as finish up flirt at some point. But she was not being cooperative here. This felt really aggressive too, but Redwoods creeps up on you. Because I've only got one mission done with 2 minutes. But I did line up
Pick up.
here. I saw, with that said, I was like, oh, I could just finish missions right here. I just delegate to Taft, bug the Amba, and contact. Wait, BB though, Amba's going to leave and ruin my
Enemy in the red.
plans. At that point, I had waited too long to send Taft.
Sick BB.
Yeah, that was pretty good. One person out. You didn't low light them though. But yeah, send Taft and you highlight me now. Was that just delayed for the briefcase, like you said?
Ah, that's a good question. Why did I highlight you? I wasn't seeing much. I thought maybe you're getting nervous. Was it for moving into the conversation I'm BBing?
I
Maybe.
was the last one to move in, and I did like a delegate no stop talk to Taft. So I think you might have picked up on a combination of those things.
I
And
think it's just
now,
behaviors. You're moving a
yeah,
lot.
good. Uh, yeah, at this point, 40 seconds on the clock, 2 missions to go. I'm like, I'm screwed here. Maybe I need to start breaking etiquette. Everyone's gonna be
Yeah, miss me. Good idea.
27 seconds. There's really one option to finish here. I see it. You don't have the best angle for it, so I get the bug for pretty much free. You just gotta credit it. I see you looking for the purloin, but then you go all the way over here. And there's a fingerprint on this. You waited a very long time to take that shot. I saw 0.9 on my
Holy
screen.
cow. Yeah, I couldn't confirm the purloin for a second.
Yeah, good time just in good time. I almost said good time just in shot. I'm just gonna let that sit there for a moment.
That about
Oh.
describes my gameplay this set.
uh, oh, I felt so rusty in this set too. Like it's been 2 weeks since the first Winter Cup match. That's brutal. Like I was basically ready for Winter Cup to start and then 2 week break in the middle somehow.
I said I'd practice before the game, and then I got COVID, and then I got like food poisoning like right after that. So
Uh
I've
huh.
been kind of out of it.
Yeah, everyone's getting it now. Uh, I had it after Christmas as well. I had a cough that lasted like 2 weeks after that even. So I have been wanting to stream stuff, but haven't been able to.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I hope you're doing better.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you are doing it better as well. I know
Appreciate
at
it.
least one other who's had it around here. But we'll move on to the next game. That's you taking the first game, because I chose to spy first. We'll just get right into this.
I thought about time ad, but I thought I was a bit exposed there.
You time at a lot.
It's the truth.
I didn't look for it early in the set, but once you time edited once or twice, I'm like, oh yeah, you do that. I need to watch for that.
Yeah, I get afraid of aggressive games, so I go for the time ads.
Hmm. Queen picks up bug credit there because I wasn't sure about her right arm snapping back, so that was not fun. There were quite a few phantom bugs in this set. Looks like a good time to contact. You're gonna take it.
Yeah, that backfired.
Yeah, Tex, the real double agent leaves, and this combo gets a highlight for real. Pearls, I know, is the only one out, and I look at that conversation because I'm looking for who was white BBing. Because if a second contact happens with Tex, I want to know who from that combo was in there, but I guess the lights do that itself. And
I was like, please no highlight for white.
yeah, and if the DA leaves, you're not likely to take a green BB or a white BB after your double agent leaves, so it would make a lot of sense for that to be the case. A lot of attention being paid to this back combo of highlights. A few of them start moving, so I've actually got things to guard.
Feeling some time pressure here.
Ooh, an anti-tell on Rocker was really nice to spot. I'll go back to that now. We're just doing postmortem. We're good.
Amazing.
So we've got Queen, who's idling in convo. She's like just finishing up her idle. And we've got Rocker entering this conversation. And Queen stays in conversation to start a second idle, knowing that Rocker is going to join. So there's two cases here. One, Queen is an AI, and it knows that Rocker is going to join because AI have like omniscience in this game, and they like know the future. Um, so it's either Queen being an AI, knowing that Rocker is an AI, or Queen is the spy and Rocker is not the spy, so she can be low lit. So Rocker is a hard low light here. But that was nice, so I could low light her.
Tempting ambassador right in front of me.
Yep, I'm guarding that. I can't quite tell if you're like in golden range, and it looks like you're not.
Nope.
Definitely keeping an eye on it. Duke is returning his book to green. It is a pretty neat anti-tell. There's a few others related to it. Like if Queen had started talking before Rocker entered, then Queen is also a hard low light. Um, idle break there. Did I notice that? I don't think so. But Duke is going over here to finish inspects, which I'm very concerned with. And then I also see you picking up the statue, and you've put it down, and it's swapped. So you die.
Nice.
Yeah, bit of pressure that game. Uh, I guess not pressure to shoot, but felt like I could have been missing something.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for low light for idle.
You were the last one from that real BB combo to leave, so that's really good credit, but it is a lot of idling. On 2-3-5 courtyard, the silliest mode in this entire tournament.
Yeah, for real.
Started out at
Big
windows here.
balcony.
Yeah, for real. Um, I wasn't gonna do anything here. I just sip my drink because I'm like, oh, I've got Seek for cover, and then Disney joins me. I'm like, oh, I've got like a lot of cover here. I like blend in. Um, So I'm like, sure, I can time ad here. There's no way you can see me. There's a wall of black suits. So I do that, white time ad.
Oh, a minute in, I checked the timer and I thought, wow, for 3-5, this is really forgiving.
Yeah, after this I was like, oh, it's a good thing I did this because I remembered then it starts with 245, so that I r- remembered to think for next game. Oh, I should look for
And
time
in the
ads and
red.
I know what it starts with. I go for BB. I'm on the opposite side, so I go for a split as well, hoping that you wouldn't have seen me in. Nothing really happened. First flirt green at 50%. Lovely. I'm just gonna timer flirt this. Nothing's going to happen, I think. Second flirt is white. That sucks. Step in or step out. And at this point, I'm like, okay, there's 2 minutes on the clock. I can either do flirt, or I can go back to that combo and flirt finish, and then inspect for the win at around like 130, like maximum. Or I can do inspects first and try and chance a seduce finish later, and that's what I'm gonna do. I go into statues first.
So I
Uh,
would have shot if you two cycled. I would have shot anyone who
oh,
two cycled.
yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it. I just happened to get 2 cycles here. I'm like, oh, that was nice. I got a 1 cycle, but I didn't think too much of it. That's good then. Shot for the pad entry. Ooh, which one? At Windows, Martini. Oh, into statue. Oh, what do I need to learn here? Uh oh, that looks normal to me. I've got a lot to learn. Take an innocent drink just to buy myself some suspicion, like some goodwill.
Yeah, you were my first big suspect, but I kind of didn't see you do anything for the rest.
Yeah, I was very patient on, not very patient, but patient on this last flirt. And the flirt finish works out. That's 2-1 in my favor this time. And then we've got your courtyard game as
Yeah, this was a
Queen.
game that happened.
This was a game that happened. I low light text because he did a really nice bounce there, even though it's time of chaos, and you could have like not taken control. There's also 2 weird entries of this combo I didn't like.
I definitely like taking control for a second.
And here's a white time ad, and as I alluded to, I was gonna watch the time, right? No. At this point I'm probably noticing, oh, there's 2:55 on the clock. That's what it starts with. There's been a
I
time ad.
said, oh, there's conversation cover, but you were staring right at it.
Sometimes that's the best place to be. Duke gets a low light for being at statues the whole time. Um, but at this point I can be confident that Tex is not the spy because he didn't time ad because I've had him accounted for the whole time because of his weird bouncing, I think.
I'm trying to timer flirt here, but I think I lose it.
Cooldown expires. Oh, yep, there he goes. Okay. So typically, I think of 3 of 5 courtyard is kind of statue or inspect contact. Here, let me finish that thought first. I think
Yeah, let
of
me just
courtyard
walk right through the
as
conversation circle.
inspect contact seduce chicken. Like who's just gonna do it first, and you gotta hold on a bunch of AIs who are doing it. Um, you proved me wrong here. It doesn't have to be that way. Bad leave, but I didn't notice it, and I mean it's a fine walkthrough combo with pearls blocking, and bug is invisible and not credited.
Yeah, really lucky there.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And then I see Toby offering to you at Windows. I'm like, ooh, queen rejected, and then walked away. Calamay does that, or at least you
Yep.
did it in one of your games. And then Irish takes, and the list disappears, and I highlight you through the bush. I'm like, oh yes, it's queen. She's flirting with cowboy. Um, and then later
Really
on,
likes that the cowboy flirt.
you join this combo right next to cowboy, and I'm like, yes, I've got him.
Oh, you're kidding.
Um, and then I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna take a bunch of pathing lowlights because I'm pretty confident in this. And your cowboy leaves, and then you talk, and
Yeah,
you're
I
not
was like, I
flirting with
better
cowboy.
be really patient on the flirt here because I felt like I have some suspicion.
Yeah, and it could have been a white contact or something, and I didn't have the bug, so that's a good mission win. That's not seduce, contact, inspect, and it's back tied. And yeah, I was mad at myself for not shooting this, despite safetying off and like being all on top of the purloin for once. But looking back at this bug, that's a really good bug. I can't be too mad I missed that.
Yeah.
On to aquarium now. I really wanted to start flirt there, but Seek, I redirected Seek off the brief or the bookcase, which wasn't great. So I'm just gonna go chase him down, even though I had no reason to redirect off the brief or the bookcase myself. Green cheese flirt. Amba is in mid convo. What I'm doing at bar here is I just sip my drink, never even requested it, and I'm like, ooh, mid shark, Amba. Let me go take that. This bug somehow works. I get in combo, try to hit the second green flirt, now I'm grabbing the briefcase.
Oh, that bug is amazing. I never thought about sorry.
And I'm returning the briefcase with 40 seconds into the game.
And of course, Amba's like, let me dance and do shark cheese the whole game.
So I'm back in here for the final flirt. I don't know why I'm waiting so long. I guess because it's crowded at this point. I was thinking about taking a fake BB. Combos were really good. Like, they're really dense, but there's a few people out. But my DA was out, and I didn't want to risk this.
There's a few people with shark books by now, so I'm kind of tracking them.
I want to take another look at your perspective on that bug. Because that is something I've not done yet. Bar lights coming down, looks like. Flirt's done, one fingerprint to go. Amba's leaving one at the back statue. That's, I think, my plan at this point. I go for this briefcase because I thought it was difficult, but it wasn't. It's just an empty briefcase, so now I've picked up two briefcases and have one print. Yes, Pearls actually was a strategic pick, because apparently that's the meta on Aquarium now. And actually, I
So like
really
the
like
first
that.
thing I did was memorize statues time of chaos, and I imagined it was 2-1-1-2 in the back.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate way for this one then. Oh, I didn't even know it was Twin stealing my print.
Right now, I'm just trying to remember if anyone else bidded Smallman statue. Yep.
Unfortunate. Let's take another look at this bug from the whole perspective. So Amba's disappearing behind the shark. What happens? Sorry leaves from the bar. You're watching everyone in the middle, maybe. Oh,
Oh, what the heck?
yeah, that's tough
Even
bug
without
to
this
see.
shark, that's a heck of a bug.
Uh, with the thing that you can catch me on here is the briefcase timing. I definitely rush that too much.
Nice.
Yeah, let's take a look at this bug from like third person or fourth person perspective. Yeah, that was nice. Pearls definitely helped me there as well. She definitely stuck around in range long enough for that to take. So I'm pretty happy with that spy game. onto Sniper of Aquarium. At this point, after the Courtyard Sniper game, I was not wanting to lose another one.
Yeah, so my pathing already is broken.
This combo entry position was not
Yeah, I was
great.
shaking my. I actually shook my mouse and accidentally started to talk, and I was like, "Oh, that's fine.
Just quote Duke.
I just hug Duke and flirt." Yeah. This was a random amba, and I thought, okay, it's aquarium. I'll do one random.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you were doing random ambas. At least I didn't notice that you were
It was
picking.
like half and half. Yeah,
Okay. Seek stood like right on top of the ambassador bookcase. I'm like, how do I have two people that have highlight for terrible spacing? Like, there should only be one. So, and then Seek goes to the back. He's like doing his read. I'm like, oh, is that you trying to like get a low light by doing good reads or something?
amazing.
Not much going on. Decent time for contact if that was the real DA. Amba joins. I think I'm aware of that, and the Twitch bug happens, and the Twitch bug dies.
That was not the greatest Twitch. Amazing.
Yeah, the highlight certainly doesn't help,
For sure.
but yeah, pretty exposed. You'll probably find better opportunities on uh, Aquarium.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And onto High Rise. Um, I picked Smallman on purpose because I'm like, you just Civ shot Smallman. You're not gonna want to do it again. So that was deliberate at least. I think I went Kane, Duke, Sorry, Smallman. I went backwards in like the character pick order after Kane, just because I randomed into Duke after Kane. I'm like, then I picked Sorry, and then I'm like, okay, sure, I'll just continue with Smallman. What happens this game? Oh yes, this game is tragic. This game makes me want to uninstall.
Valid.
Amba's in golden bug range too. Look at that. Perfect. Thank you, Amba, for standing there. And you're taking this really harsh angle and like rotating back here occasionally. I think to check.
I'm really focusing on Queen. Queen's been moving around,
Hmm.
started flirting at windows early.
Yeah, I know on high rise you'd highlight for early flirts occasionally. So I've got the bug seemingly clean into mid statues just so I'm highlighting and paid attention to so you don't shoot me for bug. I redirected Duke away from here, which I wasn't too happy about. Would have liked to get a start on that. I'm gonna idle a bit for here. For here. Just because Duke is being uncooperative, he went back to the side statue that I just left.
Queen just redirects, goes straight to bookcase.
Is that her second bookcase?
Yeah, that's a second bookcase.
And takes it out. That's rough. So I wait for Amba to leave there, I think, and then I'm like, oh, Duke, thank you for joining. I'm just gonna get in here and start flirting. That angle change there, I thought maybe you were looking at me and the laser is like angled downward, but probably just natural. Seek had just rejected, but I took a drink there to lower suspicion. Because I should just be able to do a seduce contact for the win here. There's plenty of time, there's really not. Duke switches combo, and I don't love that.
Oh no, it's not in 90 seconds. It's it's not within 90 seconds.
Yeah, it does go on a bit longer than that. Irish with a nice little path by the Amba. Duke is gonna rejoin me. Cross convo isn't good. Ooh, green flirt there is big, up to 68%. I can finish with one more. I leave and redirect off the briefcase just so I can get closer.
Amazing.
Even though it's not going to lower the cooldown at all, but I'm good on time. Double agent leaves. Big panic.
I was so happy double agent left right there. I was like, oh, that's why there's no BB.
Um, so there was just drink take. I request from Toby. I'm gonna do a reject here. Here she.
Yeah,
Yes.
and BB.
You do a little happy laser shake. No, and it was a fake for everyone.
Yep.
Oh, and I knew that I could finish my flirt in time.
But I wasn't watching Purloin at all.
Yeah. You're looking at the tray there, so I do a flirt stop talk to finish there. And now it's just hanging clock, and there's been 2 rejects after me. You low light pearls, okay. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else to, like, just, like, not be at the scene of the crime. And I get caught on the bush.
Beep
And
beep, so I finally shoot Queen.
were you shooting Queen?
I was shooting Queen. I didn't see you there. I just swung over when I heard overtime. It was horrible.
No.
That's not my point. That's yours.
I asked you, were you going to shoot me anyway? And I was like, please tell me I was dead regardless of missing that pad. And when you said I didn't see you there, I'm like, I didn't really know what you meant.
Yeah,
That
legitimately,
that makes it
Queen and
sting
Bush. Yeah,
so much more.
yeah. No,
Oh,
that's a rejected round.
I mean that's oh, I've never seen that happen. So good job. Oh
Yeah, my
boy,
best
does that
game ever
sting
since
though.
I shot Grash because I phantomed a microfilm that never happened. So this is a new PB for BS.
Yeah, the ultra rare miss shot win. Oh man, I'm just in shambles now.
You know that clip of sorry is AI controlled.
And get shot.
Yeah, just
Coolest
for
play
walking
nominee.
past Amba.
Honestly, coolest play nominee. For real. A lot of people in this combo and flirting early, so I'm gonna give a few highlights.
Can't remember if this is a spaghetti.
So I do note that you're doing first inspects here. Twin, I thought, did a nice path. So he gets low lit. Don't know what I'm looking at there. It's most certainly not blinks. Really nice collisions there. Pearls does an ooh. Pearls does a nice little thing on the exit from that collision, I thought. Looked like she stopped for a moment. And your entry to that pad, this little harsh angle at the end, I did not like. That's courtesy of Martini. You do this bug because Amba enters next to you, and I saw you walk away from Amba, um, and I knew that it could have happened. It would have had to have been a perfect like bug. That was a great bug to take. Um, oh, what was it? I'll go back for you, Martini. Uh, Calamay's entry to pad there. Uh, that I did not like that. That caught my eye. And And then this bug, let me show it from Calamay's perspective, takes it right as Amba joins, and then that was great. The highlight's mostly for the pad entry, but I did know that that bug could have happened. Let's get back to where we were, thereabouts. And then that missed pad, I was pretty certain in. So, pathing I've caught you for twice this game, and I'm gonna low light, or neutral light the, what's it called? The early talker highlights. Queen, I think, actually got a bug credit at some point, so she picks up a highlight. That's 2 Queen Phantom bugs this set. Not good.
At this point, I'm really happy about this game.
Yeah, 2 Flirt is good.
Except the mispad.
Yeah, I mean, the one benefit you have is this pull in the way. Like, you were like right on the edge, and it was like a minute twist into combo. And I'm rusty, so I'm not entirely certain on everything currently. But I think I clear everyone of bug here. Twin decides to come back for more. At this point, you're into your second statue visit, so finishing inspects could have bugged, probably have seduced, and I'm looking for a swap, but I'm like, after Courtyard, I'm not taking any chances on something I'm almost certain of.
Oh, I thought you saw blinks actually.
No, I would have
Because
actually zoomed in
I was
more.
watching my blink, but I like clicked it while I was still inspecting, and I didn't set it down. I was like, oh shoot, so I set it down too late.
There was a blink there in the idle
There
part.
was a blink there. Yeah, it was a little bit later than I meant.
Just in case I missed anything. But
Yeah, great shot.
thank you, great bug. On to Ballroom, the last of my venues. And at this point I was like unhappy with like how I've been doing. Like I've not been playing up to my standard, I think. Except I'm pretty much hitting every single green cheese flirt I do. Or the
Oh
first
wow,
flirt of
you're
the game.
moving around. Wow.
Except I don't think I hit any single 2 flirt this set. But pretty good at hitting at least 1 green. Amba has taken a drink. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Amba
Smallman
took it.
didn't.
Yeah. Oh, I did not know that. So Amba took a drink. Smallman rejects. Boots rejects. Does she get low lit? I reject as well, and then I'm going to take my own green. Because of
Yeah, I'm
course
thinking, oh,
I
I have
get
to watch out
greedy.
for green. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, no way.
And then Smallman, who's low lit, takes the list.
I'm gonna have to highlight Smallman for this, but
Oh, and now I've finished flirts. Now I've got 2 minutes left to get a fingerprint and 1 more mission. And of course I want to finish as soon as possible, so I'm gonna go finish up this fingerprint. And you're tracking the drink fingerprint so that you know this is a finish. Stealth light, beautiful. Yeah, I thought I was very clean this game. That definitely proves otherwise. So a minute 50, I'm looking for a contact or a bug. Bug, because I thought you might be slightly weaker to that. I thought I could get away with it, but maybe not if you're this on top of me already.
I mean, you did the thing I was camping. That's just luck. You can probably get away with a bug.
Yeah, I mean, bug without contact, you might be right. But I think you're pretty on to me if you're willing to shoot for inspects here. I'm like, DA's not getting in, I want to finish as soon as possible. And you take a good shot. I did not really expect that when I saw the laser over me. I thought it was just going to be a highlight. So nicely done. And yeah, it's just a good spot on the double offer. That's what wins games. On to your game of ballroom. What do we got? You're really close to the ST, but not getting any progress for it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this is where it parks me? Okay, well, not where I would have gone. I guess that's good.
I remember how this game goes now. I didn't see Irish do that little stutter into convo. Uh, she... Here, let me just go back. This is a postmortem. We can do that. She started at... She started out very close to the ambassador, and then after he walked away, she kind of camped out for the briefcase, and then did a very short step to pick it up, which I thought wouldn't have been necessary at that range. I thought she would have been in pickup range already and wouldn't have had to walk. So she sets down the briefcase, and then does a little step into the same spot in convo, which I didn't see, which of course is possible to what's it called, to move 0 distance after putting on the briefcase if you're an AI. It's just very rare, so she was a big suspect early on here. Into statues here to get the first flirt, but looks like he's gonna leave too soon.
Yeah, I could have done early flirt.
And then Seek goes to more statues. Here's a briefcase pickup. And you're standing next to the ambassador, land behind him, which is totally fine, and then set it down. And at this point, I
Yeah.
remembered that's something that you did a few times when I was studying you. You would like walk up to return
Yep,
the briefcase
action
and then just set it
priority for
down.
that. Yep.
So you do get a highlight for that. Yeah. Seek is, by the way, doing more statues, I'm sure you noticed, because you haven't been able to flirt this game.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I frame? I frame.
Irish takes a drink. So she's been very idle since her suspicious thing. Smallman takes or rejects a drink. That's opportunities, but Salmon is offered and takes one in the corner there, which I'm gonna look for. No purloin, and
I should have requested after the reject.
then Duke takes, and I'm like, surely I just caught a purloin, right? Like nothing funny, no funny business on this. Um, just like, yeah, I'll take the shot. I don't know what else Duke has done. I don't want to lose again. So that was white purloin game. That's about it. Alright, on to library, final venue, your 4 of 8 pick. And I don't do this often, but I spawn next to Toby without a drink, so I'm going to do an off-pad purloin. It's a white
Amazing.
test. The snap away is visible on screen. I'm into a double agent combo, which I thought was nice. Purloin seen, contact comes off. Hastily taking low lights. Wow, that whole left side looked empty.
At this point, I think it's Disney.
Yeah, I didn't feel like a big suspect here. Disney's into mid statues. Half flirt done. It's good. Love to finish that up in one more, of course. And then I'm thinking, alright, I've got some time. I've got less time than normal because it's 4 of 8 library, but I've got some time to finish up that flirt and find one more mission. So looking for bug, I think, is probably my best way of going. I think inspects I could die for if there's not many suspects or if I am one of them.
Yeah, I was staring at Bug. I figured you got two missions in the first 10 seconds, so
Hmm.
probably you're going for a full rush, and so I'm just like staring Disney down for finishing.
Again, not hitting to flirt. Not what I want. Just in case I am a suspect, because your laser was lingering on our conversation at the start.
Oh, I flirt paired the right ST, but the wrong spy.
Kane. Oh, Kane's finishing up the inspects there. I could have framed him if I had looked at
Yeah,
him
Kane
enough.
had a lot of suspicion.
Yeah, it seemed like you were looking at Kane, because I couldn't quite identify anyone else who was active that the laser was lingering around. So I could have swap framed him. That would have been a good idea.
Right now, anyone can get Civ Shot for Bug credit.
Waiting for Rocker to settle down somewhere. There's a lot less time on the clock than I would like here. And I landed this really precarious position, but finish up Seduce. And I'm like,
Amazing.
I'm Salmon. I can body block a statue. Kane's getting safetied off. I should have gone for the one on the left. Those are swap blockable. I get a highlight for check. I should have swapped at the start, really, and then, yeah, the statue gets lifted to be visible. Do I want to host this Saturday? I don't know if I'm busy this Saturday, but I can get back to you on that. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think I still get shot if I swap for a cycle. I think you see it in time, but would have liked a better finish than that. But now I'm sniping to win the set and not draw it, which I would of course prefer to do, so I'm not thrilled with the pressure on this. Amba's under a lot of threat here, so I'm not even looking at the right side yet. There we go, and of course, when I do that, two more people are like bumping up against the Amba. Tex has got swap credit as well, so not what I want to battle against at match point.
This game, I start really looking at the laser and hoping there's not too much lag.
Hmm. I do start looking at flirt pairs around this time, and I note Queen of Boots. But of course, there were a lot of people in that left combo who were flirting together.
Yeah, definitely Heat Seek boots.
Oh, there's only 230? What does this start with? Is it 330? Guess I can check at the bottom here. Yeah, it's 330. That's very low. Meantime, we got a red time at, and if I looked at the clock here, I'd be like, oh, 3 minutes. That's a totally normal amount of time to be on the clock. So into some inspects, middle inspects, so that gets you a highlight. I do see Hair land in that conversation there. I'm like closely monitoring her because in at least one game you tried to get a swap or a green swap off screen. So if uh, if that happened, I would know it's Hair at least, or potentially. So despite noting Queen of Boots, I never noticed you next to Boots again. Also at this point, I started to notice that most of this party is on the right side. There's like one person on the left side, and I think it's Alice. So it was just so much to look at here. I couldn't really watch for flirts or anything. Kane, I think, is finishing inspects. Disney, a highlight, is taking a drink. I'm watching for Purloin at this point. Alice enters next to Amba, and I don't know if I can get a view of that arm, but I'd try. first bugs there, because I feel like I could lose at this point. Not at this point, but I could be missing a lot here. Pressure is really mounting as well. I'm expecting a contact at some point, especially from Wheels. He's the only double agent out of combo for most of this game, but he is an SDA. So Deuce is done.
Yeah.
Boots is behind
Yeah, I'm
the
definitely
pylon.
eyeing up contact. I'm happy here. I think I can just be patient.
Yeah, that's good. Alice is returning the briefcase. I'm gonna watch out for Bug. She's been very active. Teal gets a highlight just for activity and being next to Seeker General again. They were together a lot at the start. Highlight Wheels there.
Banana
Wheels
bread.
enters conversation and a BB happens. There's 3 people out of combo, which is like really good for library. Checking on Purloin, and the greenest white fade I've ever seen happens. But it just looks slow enough to be a white fade. I just shoot for it.
I got so greedy to Purloin there.
Oh, I feel like I barely won that one. Because I really did. You could have had a
Banana bread.
contact if that was your double agent, and that's a 4th mission. But I had a lot of shots for N-1 missions that set. And you really forced me to do that after the Courtyard game. Yeah, that was a close one, 7-5. Definitely felt the rust on it, and definitely felt like I could have lost several more of those. But oh, that high-res game.
Yeah.
That high-res game is going to sting for a while.
Yeah, no doubt.
Opie, is there a coolest plays for him? Because we need one. Alright, well that is this set concluded. Ooh, it's a bit late. I think I'll still go for the scout match, but I'll probably speed through it since I won't be as fresh on the games. But thank you, Calamay, for joining, and good games.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for playing.
Best of luck in the rest of groups and bracket.
Same to you.
Thank you. Have a good night. All right. Let's get over to that scout match, which took place on the 4th. So that's a whole 15 days ago. Yeah, definitely. I did not benefit from having a 2-week break in this whole group stage. Gonna have to not let that happen again in the future, or just do what everyone else does and wait till the last 2 weeks. But we'll get this one started, see what's happening. Cheese flirt from Scout, probably not noticed. I actually can't tell at this point because it's old. Ooh, yes, I remember this now. Oh, you're studying for Scout, awesome. I can share my notes if you want. Let me actually pull those up. I've got notes on you as well. SpyParty research, Scout, let's see. First thing in Scout's list. Very Opie-like. Let's see where. Flirts during chaos time. I mean, basically, this game, you'll see a lot of lowlights happen here. At the start here. And those are just for people who are landing somewhere and not doing something. They're getting a bad flirt. Opie wouldn't do that, so Scout wouldn't do that. So, I get a few lowlights for that. And I think those stick. We'll see. Behaviorism. At this point, Scout is back in with the ST and does a far flirt. So there goes my theory. Opie is a scary spy. Yeah, I mean, If you're gonna mimic a Spy-Op, he's a good one to pick. Fourth or third flirt, not finished up yet. Contact
Banana
happening
bread.
now. It's a pretty good one. Queen is out. Let's see if I pick that up. I don't pick that up. I'm surprised past me. How dare you? What have we here? Is this a shot for leaving without picking up the briefcase? Am I that cool at this game? No, it's a shot for microfilm. I noticed, or I was able to remember that microfilm because Scout took out the book next to Alice, and that was like a flirt pair. Mimic is Violet Lance pads. Yeah, I've been doing minor mistakes like that as well recently, and it's not fun. It's not fun to lose games to that. Although I guess missing a pad lost me a game today for a different reason. The fact that I shouldn't have been on that pad to begin with. But that's just a shot for microfilm. On to the next game. What do I got? What do I got in store for us? First flirt, green. Yes, I leave. Good job. Good job past me. I go snipe the briefcase from this corner. Was I allowed to do that? I landed next to Amba, just in range so I can pick it up. Nice. And then still walk towards it. Highlights for statues? Maybe a twin highlight as well. That might be the other light. In for the second flirt, Disney leaves. That's fun. It's very fun. Green Time Ed out in the front. I'm Twitch flirting at bar to get the 2 flirt done. Good decision. Double agent joins me, it looks like. I'm gonna take the BB. It's not a great one. A lot of people out. Do I send someone to the bar? Did I not take a delegate? Oh, looks like I just walked away. What do I do to finish this one out? Looks like a bug is going to occur. Bug happens behind this convo and inside of Tex. And this is a fingerprint finish. Nice. Okay. It's a decent finish. One cycle as well. I get a statue highlight. And pick up the briefcase behind the convo just in case I was going to get shot. Pro tip, if you ever want to dodge a bullet, just pick up the briefcase. You bend down. Let's actually look for some more angles on that bug. What if we're over here? Not a great angle in general, but... Is it visible? Yeah, a little bit of it at the start and the snapback. What if we're here? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that bug. Fingerprint finish as well. Where was the first print? Did I miss that? Briefcase. Oh, right. Briefcase I sniped. And then I just set it back down. I did like a step and I'm like, wait, I should just put this back down and not be seen with it. That's okay. I'm pretty happy with that game. Good job past me. 3-5 Courtyard. This was probably my choice because yeah, I wouldn't have picked Postmodern Living with Gallery in it. Scout starts with a distant flirt, so I might have been wrong in my assumption first game. Still hits a green, so that's in range. Let's move ahead. More flirts to start. It's a good way of doing things. Into statues now. Hair, the ST joins at statues. That's pretty lucky. But she blocks the side inspect, which I kind of thought of. What are you laughing at me, Hopi? Seduce is finished, but inspects are not, which I considered the possibility of. Scout lands in conversation here, and she's sorry, so she gets a free bug. Eek. Self-scouted. Bug is done, unbeknownst to me. And then Scout goes back into statues. I'm like, ooh, Scout did get blocked, or sorry, did get blocked on that side inspect, and she's finishing it up. So she's got Seduce and inspects done. And, yeah, and, this bad entry into Windows, I really, really, really wanted to shoot. But didn't have the bug, so I couldn't shoot. But I really wanted to. I do remember that game very vividly. Onto my courtyard game, and I'm doing my setup of bug off, Purloin Swamp on. This just seems like the best swamp to force rotations. There's 4 statues, there's 1 ambassador, and Purloin's a Softail. So that's my thought process behind these 5 missions. I think I turned on bug against Calamay though, because I felt like that would be better than swamp. First flirt 34, not great, but it was a flirt stop talk. On the opposite side, I don't know why I'm sticking around here, doing nothing.
Banana bread.
Green BB probably wanted to bug there, honestly, since it's a fake. Basically the way that I'm playing Courtyard 3-5 is just idle, maybe the sniper just civ shoots, because that's a very big possibility here. But other than that, just idle, do soft tells, and then do something late, or do something very early. Just don't be the one who gets shot for soft tells. In for contact now. Comes contact. Irish gets in just in time. That's good.
Banana bread.
Seconds left. Seduced gets finished up. There's just been a drink take by a DA. A drink reject happens. On screen, there's gonna be overtime. Yeah, clock hangs. Queen gets highlighted for being at Windows, but I get shot for, you know, doing the purloin, which hung the clock. Scout 3 of 5. We got purloin bug. And Scout spawns in conversation. That's not what you want to see. We got AI control for a little bit. Nice bouncing from Kane and Smallman. Yeah, free lowlights. Irish to Plane Twin is gonna get a fake highlight on Rocker. Hello, Megaparsec. Good evening. Actually, I want to see if that highlight was concealed enough by looking like it's a Rocker light. That could convince someone. That looks like a Rocker highlight, I think. Doesn't necessarily. I mean, I don't know. If you know how I would play this, though, pretty safe to assume that I wouldn't highlight Rocker for half inspects, and I would highlight for that flirt. Second flirt back with the twin, not gonna help things. Safety off on Amba, because I want to shoot Irish, it looks like. Now Rocker gets a highlight for finishing inspects. Rocker takes a drink. Looks like there's gonna be a purloin at some point, okay. threat of contact at the moment. Oh, and it's going to be a white purloin. That's going to be disastrous. Twin does his best to cover the fade. I'm going to take that shot once it opens up a bit more. And I've kind of lost track of the score. Let me open up the results. And there's so far, and scroll back. 104. Okay. Well, I don't actually know the result based on this result, or the pace, because we're halfway through high rise, so we'll see in a moment. As Spy, don't want to get highlight for statues there, because I think that's what Scout does, and it looks like Twin highlights as well. That does seem to be consistent. I don't know if I knew that. That's would have been something good to avoid. Let me check. I've got notes. No, I don't have any notes on that. Slow start though. Twin lights makes sense. Wheels gets highlight. Was that just for being in like? Yeah, that's for like gold and bug. Not gold and bug, like entry bug. Could've been invisible.
And the end of red.
Oh, this sucked. I was aware of this after the game. But what do we got here? We've got Irish. I want to take a contact at some point, even though there's people out. Wheels enters. He was being active, I think he had like mid-statues or something. Irish leaves. I'm like, oh, that's a good time for me to take a contact, because that means I've got a known fake. But in this moment that my double agent leaves, the SDA leaves and joins my conversation, and I get a real fake BB. And highlights come off. Excuse me. I think I noticed that. I wasn't sure if it was low lights, because it wouldn't have made sense for me to get a highlight for a fake BB. Because obviously my double agent just left, and I couldn't have been real fake BB highlight feel. This one's different. It's not that different actually, now that I really think about it. I switch combos. Take a quick BB. White purloin. And Smallman had just rejected. And Smallman dies. Okay. Smallman leave didn't make sense. Let's have a look. First one.
And the end of red.
Oh, the leave through combo. Yeah, there's enough room in front of Queen, probably, right?
And the end of red.
God, that looks like an anti-tell, if anything. I don't know. I'd have to like investigate that really closely, but just the way he slides diagonally seems very weird. Maybe he like was intending on taking that path before Queen joined. Like, let's imagine this. So Smallman starts talking, right? He's interrupted here. I wonder if at that moment he like decides I'm going to leave at this combo at some point, and like maybe then defines a path. That'd be very interesting. No. Oh, this is the interrupt right here. That's the interrupt, actually. Actually, this is a really interesting theory. Let's work this out. So, let's assume that at the moment of interruption, is when they decide their path. Let's see if he paths around Irish, because that would pretty easily confirm it. But it could also just be total baloney.
And the end of red.
BB happens, he leaves during a talk, because he was interrupted. Yeah, there's kind of enough room to get through there. but interesting for sure. Koopa. What's up? Hope you're feeling well.
Banana bread.
We're just going back through the scout match from over 2 weeks ago. Redwoods, we got Scout as wheels. Which interesting point. Scout has very OP-like spy picks as well, in addition to playing like OP. So short characters, typically female, some small men and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. OP denies having this tendency, but it absolutely exists. He'll admit to the short characters part of it, but it's definitely a lot more prevalent than I think he thinks. We'll see. Scout as wheels, heat-seeking ST. Glad you're feeling better. I gotta ask, when Outer Wild? No big deal if you can't. Even if you wanted to wait a long time until you had like a long period of time that you could really commit to it. What's happening in here? Meantime, one inspect for wheels. Soon TM, I'll take it. I'm very used to dealing in soon TMs. It's the Flirt Salmon leaves, takes a buggy path. I think I guarded him though. Leaving combo wheels is gonna finish inspect Settlebook. Ooh. Yeah, I recently started playing Outer Wilds with some mods. Or I tried out the Outer Wilds mod loader or whatever. And there's some cool ones in there. I mean, there's nothing that can really get you to enjoy the game like the first time, though. I've thought about trying like a speed run or something, or at least like a, I don't know. Nothing's gonna scratch that itch. The scout can just finish. Inspects are on. Inspects are done. Let's do some contact here, so we'll see what happens here. Shipless runs. Scout just gonna contact here. And am I gonna shoot that? I wonder. I didn't highlight for inspect complete, so I don't know if I know that that's done. Now that I look back at this. I don't know why Scout didn't contact here, because June is an Outer Wild speedrunner. Really? Huh. Did not know that. Scout's gonna take out a book, and now the double agent has left, so not any choice in the matter. Has to dump this book. And that's gonna get shot. Brutal Hollow. Still gotta get into a Dark Bramble at some point, Koopa. Still haven't been to so many places. Also, I love this clip. Well, I guess I could just play the audio on stream. Absolutely no Dark Bramble.
If you get to figure out, like, if all the
Sorry,
pieces
Koopa,
get
I'm
put
playing
together,
your voice on my stream, but
it's gonna be
it's
crazy.
fine. But I absolutely love this part. This part makes me so excited.
If you get to figure out, like, if all the pieces get put together, Like, this is gonna be crazy.
I love that. I'm so excited. Ever since you said that, I've been so excited for you to continue. Yeah, it always sucks listening to your own voice. Although I've gotten more used to it, just by doing casting and stuff. You got no choice but to be comfortable with your voice, so no point in spilling milk, as they say. Next game. No point in spilling milk. I'm gonna have to start saying that. So I made a fatal error here, and that's to be the first twin to do something. Biggest curiosity is still the eye. I have a big list of recap topics. I want to see you go through like the ship log and stuff, and like you'll probably like read what the new things that pop up, but I want to make sure that you have retained the important information that you might forget after a while of playing. The root to a lot of things. So it looks like my hope here this game was just to get one inspect and then do late book inspect and not die for it. We'll see what happens though. Favorite game? Yeah. I spoiled myself out of a clean first playthrough, and that sucks. The only way to not enjoy it, but the only way to experience it again is through others, which is alright. Timer flirts in the meantime. Totally unrelated to this game that's going on. Difficult fingerprint. That's nice. Good job, me. You don't hit those often enough.
Banana bread.
Fake BB is real, and I split from it. What's am I gonna do? I'm into inspect finish, and I get low lit for the split. And there's a fingerprintable briefcase at my feet, so that's alright. I mean, it's a 4 mission win, given the fake real BB. I remember what I did here. It's good. Yeah, I've got thoughts on the DLC. I won't say anything before, since you haven't played it. I don't want to spoil anything out of it, because that's kind of how Outer Wilds works. But I've got thoughts generally on it, and what would have made me enjoy it more. Does a lot of things really well. Does a few things not so well. But I shouldn't say that. I don't want to inform your opinion before you experience it. So at the end of this game, I felt like I could have been low lit, but overtime hits and I'm like just doing a path here and I'm like walking into the laser. How does the DLC work? It's built seamlessly into the base game. You just haven't discovered it yet. I think you'll get into it at some point. It's in the base game, Koopa. Somewhere. But we can discuss that more. Why is the music stopped? When did that happen? But it adds on to the existing story. Okay. Let me make sure I got that. finally, let me finish my thought here. Since I'm like pathing into the laser here at the end and there's overtime, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be like the overtime shot by like walking into the laser, so I do a brief pause. I'm like, let me just hold off. Boop. Just to make sure, but maybe laser lag helped me out there. Yeah, I would say if the base game has 20 to 25 hours of content, the DLC has like 10 to 15, maybe? I don't know. It varies depending on how you do in it. Sounds about right. Yeah, a little bit more than half, I would say. To Terrace, Scout's got a first flirt here. Second flirt, I think I'm aware of the
Banana bread.
flirts here. Rocker gets low lit, why? Ah, sip
Banana
BB.
bread.
I don't think Scout's gonna do that. Timer flirts are done, one more mission with 1.5 minutes. Oh, aha. Scout goes for just a normal bug here. You can see a little bit of the hand snap back at the end here. Here, I can do this. There we go, a little bit of a fist there. Back to extended fingers by the end. Rob shot me for a ship BB. Ship BB. Oh, Coop, I need to show you what Calamay did to me earlier. And the reason Scout took that bug is because Irish is finishing inspects there. And after this game, Scout asked me, why don't you shoot the inspect finishers? And I said, who does inspects on Terrace? I said, like, nobody does inspects on Terrace. Something to that something to that effect. Because who does? Every time the spy does it, they get shot, but every time a civ does it, they don't get shot. It's weird. Not actually, but, you know, something like that. My game delegate. Shouldn't send that off. 48%, that sucks. Except that I think Sorry joined me, so I can't complain.
Banana bread.
BB, really full combos. That's good. Send off Alice Sip. That didn't look good. Although Alice covered up the idle reset. It's so true, yeah. If the spy does inspects, they die for it. If Civ does it, they never do. What am I doing? What am I doing? Timer flirt.
Banana bread.
Second BB, I think someone else had switched combos and joined. Looks like General. Scout's aware of it. Finish up the last flirt and leave. It's kind of visible, but if you're not looking for it. Fingerprint? Why am I fingerprinting? Because Irish gets a bug credit at the end there. Her hand is visible. I think I saw in the replay. Hand's visible there, like right as she lands. There would have been a delay in her hand. Well, unless it was like immaculately timed. No, I think you can be very confident here that that's not a bug. Snap back. But that bails me out because I probably was going to have to bug myself. And Irish was actually good cover for that because I could have like hid my arm behind Irish and Amba. What do you play against? Shoots the AI for finishing on Terrace. Yeah, Seduce Contact Inspect's interesting. I think it's very shootable if you have 3 flirts minimum, but 2 flirts just mess it up so much. I really want there to be 2.5 flirts required to do like 40, 40, 20. I think that'd be perfect. I think flirt would be amazing at that point. Um, not stop laughing about the balcony where Dells was the last one to finish 2 or 3 talking. Last one to finish 2 or 3 talks maybe, but I shot. Oh, yeah. Dells was the last one to finish a 2nd or 3rd talk, but I still shot Dells. Yeah, balcony is another weirdo. Can't wait until I try 3 of 8 high rise. I really want that to be the thing. And I think it could totally work. 4 of 8, by the way, right here. We had 3 of 5 earlier, and that went to me. Score at this point is 8-2. Okay, I've already won the set at this point. That's the score is a lot more one-sided than I thought. I guess I was kind of de-rusted at that point, but with 2 weeks in between, I've accumulated that rust back. Balcony is a fake venue. It doesn't have to be.
Banana bread.
Contact, it's nearly perfect. Stamina boots are out. Let's just speed through the rest of this. What time is it? Almost midnight. I'm gonna call it after this set. I was thinking maybe we could do some games. No, I should call it. Zeke's going in for a swap here. Right. And then, so Zeke enters here next to Rocker again. I think I probably had this flirt pair somewhat. Drink offer goes over to Scout, and I see someone get called to the statue, so I'm like, sure, let me watch both hardtails that are about to take place. There's a purloin, there's someone at the statue, Scout starts moving, and I'm like, no way, you're getting shot before you have any chance to dance. I guess it was a good identification of like a dance possibility from Scout, but it probably could have rotated over regardless. You probably, in this case, you should probably dance around this central pillar. You got 3 people here as cover, and you've got the pillar itself, but yeah, that's just an unusual. Night Koopa. Keepa. Catch you another time. I think this is the last game. Yeah. 9-2. Last game of the set. I have 1 flirt at this point, and I really wanted a second one, so I step into Windows here. And insta green watch check, so I would have finished in 2 flirts. But cooldown was still on. Unfortunately.
Banana
Green
bread.
BB. Low lights happen. Innocent drink take. Sick innocent drink take. Not finishing up the flirt too. Rip. Timer flirt. Green purloin. Looks like Twin's gonna take it right away. Scout, maybe not on top of the purloin actually. And standing bug right in plain sight, and I think I survive it. And I green list return. I don't remember if I timed this to something, but Scout must have been looking somewhere else for that bug to work. And that's the set. 10-2. Win over Scout. 7-5 win over Calamay. I definitely need to keep practicing because I'm accumulating rust faster than I'm losing it. That's gonna be it for the Postmortems tonight. Thanks for everyone for joining. Nice reverse taxes.